Anyway, next up we had Aldo versus Muniz. I was really impressed with that one.
Yeah.
I mean, well, truth be told, it was the best way someone told me in a gym. It felt like they were watching a younger version. Sorry, Aldo fight a younger version of himself. There was a very, very similar style between the two. Very high guard, very quick, lots of feints, utilizing those leg kicks. There wasn't really any takedowns or anything that went down much in that fight. So
not likely with those two.
Both of them were trying to counter each other quite quickly. So there was a lot of similarities between the two. I didn't really have too much to say other than the fact that I completely agree with the decision. I like the way that Aldo is slowly building himself back up, climbing the rankings, especially now in bantamweight where he just looks jacked as fuck. And he's up to he's on rank 5 at the moment. I mean, he fought against Pedro Muniz is ranked 9, so that's 4 spots. That's a bit of a jump. So really, I feel like Jose Aldo is just further building up a win streak for his last run at what probably will be his last run at a title shot.
Yeah, 34, about a 10, 35. He's close to the end of his athletic prime, especially when your athletic prime is typically a bit shorter in the lower divisions than the upper, the light heavyweights and middleweights and things like that. So now Aldo looks spectacular. Quick, fast, light on his feet, constant counters, beautiful body shots as well. His countering was very good. It was mainly his speed. Usually sometimes as you age, speed starts to decline a little bit. But at bantamweight, he's not hanging around as much weight. Maybe he's doing a little bit more agility stuff. He's obviously, in order to make that weight, he's doing a lot of cardio. So I'm guessing his cardiovascular ability is still pretty good. He's got to get a nutritionist in order to get down there so he's eating the right food. So, look, I think he was like vintage Aldo, and he looks damn good. And Munoz, I think maybe he paid probably a little bit too much respect to Aldo, maybe in some of the exchanges. But, I mean, they both did very well. They did very, very well. I think Aldo, since he's trying to do his last run at bantamweight, I think either maybe him versus Corey Sandhagen or him versus TJ Dillashaw would be a cool fight. I know he wants TJ.
Oh, that's a Legends fight, pretty much.
That's for the ex featherweight champion to fight the ex bantamweight. I mean, they're both 2-time ex champions.
Yeah.
So, which is funny. So for TJ, ex bantamweight champion, 2-time champion, to fight Jose, that's a cool fight.
Yeah. Well, it's because Jose kind of needs these wins right now because he was coming off a 3-fight losing streak before he fought Marlon Vera. And then now he's again on a 2-fight winning streak. He kind of was abandoning with Aldo. When you're 34 and when you go down a weight division and when you're in your last run of your title, you abandon I'm not saying he has, but you typically want to abandon the reckless shots. You only want to pick the shots that are going to give you points or score high points. And I felt for him, it was that constant feint, catch him with a jab or catch him with a counter punch or leg kicks. There wasn't really too much wild swings.
Risk taking.
Yeah. That's what I can say. And Pedro, towards the end of the fight, he was starting to take those risks. It was like, fuck it. All right, I'm not going to win this on points. I may as well just try and put him away.
Which is what he does and what he did against Frankie Edgar as well.
Yeah. Which I respect as well.
Yeah, you can tell. I can maybe understand a little bit with the statement that he looked like a younger Aldo against an older, style of Aldo. It was damn good. It was damn good. Maybe Munoz actually gave him a little bit too much respect in some of the exchanges, because he was trying to feint and counter a little bit too much. But Aldo did very well. Sharp, fast. He shredded as fuck at bantamweight. He was shredded at featherweight, and I have no idea how he makes bantamweight, but he's looking damn good. So I reckon him versus TJ is a great fight. I just don't know who wins that fight, and that's what makes the fight so interesting. Because TJ looked good against Corey, and it is his division, but Aldo is the larger man and a fucking legend of the sport. It makes a very cool fight. So I think TJ versus Aldo would be a sick fight, since they're both on a 1-fight win streak in the respective division. That'd be sick.
If we can't fit that in, I would really love a Aljo versus Cody Garbrandt.
Aldo?
Yeah.
But Cody's moved to 125.
Yeah.
He's fighting Kai France.
However, that's correct. However, he's still ranked in bantamweight.
He probably will keep his ranking, but it will slowly decrease as he's not active in that. I don't see him moving back to 135. I see him staying at 125. He's a small dude. He's not that big, to be honest. Yeah. He'll be big at flyweight. He'll be similar to like a Figueiredo, but he's small. Like, he's spoken about it with him and TJ. Him and TJ, like, he was smaller than TJ. Like, he weighed less than TJ, yet they were in the same division, and they were both champions. So whether or not Cody can take the same punishment at flyweight, or maybe the flyweights hit a little bit less, and either way, it'll be it'll determine whether or not, because to be honest, I think he's made for that division. Yeah. And I think it might be a bit weird to say that, since he's always been at 135 and he looks quite big, but apparently he just doesn't weigh that much. Apparently he really should be a 125er. Fuck it. Go to that division. Flyweights need speed. And God, Cody has the fastest hands at fucking bantamweight. So him at flyweight would be scary. I just don't want to see him like wreck his body to get to flyweight like TJ. But apparently the cut should be pretty easy. Yeah. And it's not the first time he's made 125 since he tried to do it and then he had his bicep injury anyway. Yeah. So I think maybe his loss to Rob Font has just kicked him into gear and went to flyweight. Yeah. It's just you're fighting Kai France, so fucking hell.
Yeah, that would be great.
That's a brutal. I don't know if Cody wins that fight. I think Kai might win that. I think Kai might win that, actually. Kai's damn good. Hey guys, a message from one of our sponsors, Hemcan Labs. So if you're ever looking to look after your rest, your recovery and your sleep, look into CBD. If it's not CBD oil, CBD gummies or CBD infused coffee, they've got a lot of products out there. Okay, use our code LSP to get a 10% discount on any of their products at Hemcan Labs. So click in the link in the description, type in that code LSP, and you get 10% off all their amazing products. If you want to look after your sleep, your rest, your recovery, anything to do with anxiety, look into it, guys.
Performance is important, but recovery is even more important. And the best way to make sure you're getting the most out of your recovery is by using CBD oil. So please use our code LSP to get 10% off on all products. Link in the description.